You're watching WSB Now's Access Atlanta, your source for local things to do, weekend events, travel destinations, and so much more. Watch and discover how to make the most of your weekend.
Get ready for a fun, exciting weekend in Atlanta. First up, the Nutcracker. Kick off the holiday with the family at a performance of Atlanta Ballet's The Nutcracker. It's a thrilling journey through space and time where everyday objects grow in extraordinary size and the pages of E.T.A. Hoffman's beloved story come alive. Tickets start at $35. Head to Peachtree Street and catch the 39th Annual Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Christmas Parade. With floats, giant helium-filled balloons, and marching bands, the Christmas Parade is the largest holiday parade in the Southeast. This is a free event. The Alliance Theater presents A Christmas Carol. Celebrate the holiday with Ebenezer Scrooge and the beloved Dickens classic in this Broadway-scale production. It includes beautiful live music and an all-star Atlanta cast. Ticket prices vary. Experience Magical Night of Lights. You'll love the hundreds of impressive light displays spread throughout a 7-mile meandering drive at Lanier Islands. A car of 1 to 10 passengers is $45. Head to Centennial Olympic Park and experience the Atlanta Chinese Lantern Festival. This year's theme, Into the Wild, will feature handcrafted lanterns of over 25 different kinds of animals on both land and sea. Also new to the festival this year are interactive lanterns that you can touch and experience up close. Enjoy performances from dancers, acrobats, and more. Tickets are $18. Now you have everything you need to make the most out of your holidays in the ATL. Enjoy.
What's up, Access Atlanta? It's Brittany. I am here at the Void at the Battery. This is the interactive virtual reality experience. It's my first time, but you're gonna come along with me to see what it's all about. Let's go.
Before heading into the virtual reality world, I gotta gear up with a backpack-based computer rig and a headset.
Okay, so I just want you to step into the rig like a book bag for me, please.
Okay.
Awesome. Buckle it up from bottom to top for me, please. Be 2 arm tabs below your arms. You're going to pull those down and back in a skiing motion. And then the 2 ones by your waist, you're going to pull those in like you're hugging yourself.
Everything's all good.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The Void is immersive virtual reality experiences. Basically, you go with your friends to the Void, get suited up in our gear, and enter these impossible worlds that not only look real, but feel real as well.
The sensory experience feels real, with smells, temperature changes, and even vibrations.
The Void experiences are all sensory, all encompassing. You go in and you don't just see this world around you, you really feel it. If there's a wall, you can reach out and touch it. If there's a chair, you can actually sit down in it. You get a gun in Star Wars, and you are going to actually shoot these other stormtroopers, feeling the gun in your hand and feeling the impact when you blast. There's a smell, there's wind. Honestly, we go to the greatest lengths that we can to make the experience seem as real as possible. It's like you are inside of a Star Wars movie, living out that amazing fantasy.
My gosh, that was crazy.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a great time. You want me to take that blast for you?
Yes, please do.
Great.
That was really crazy and amazing.
And when you come out, it's going to be all smiles. Everyone's just amazed, I think, by the technology. And you'll have a really good time. And then your guide will take you out and where you can get some pictures and definitely tell your friends about what you've done. We wanted to bring the Void to Atlanta because, well, one, it's such an amazing culture and space here, and there was just a lot of requests and a lot of opportunity, I think, to bring this technology to Atlanta. And then specifically, we brought it here to the Battery just because it's such a busy location. There's just a lot of people here, obviously with the stadium nearby and with the theater. There's just a lot of opportunity to get more people into the Void and to really experience what virtual reality truly can be.
Wow, guys, that was amazing and crazy and mind-blowing. You're gonna have to come out to the Void to experience it for yourself here at the Battery. Check out void.com to book your virtual reality experience. For Access Atlanta, I'm Brittany Tenenbaum.
If you think the only place to have a good time in Atlanta is ITP or Inside the Perimeter for you newbies, you'd be wrong. Just about 30 minutes northeast of Atlanta is Archery Learning Center, where you can pretend to be a real-life Robin Hood and shoot an actual bow and arrow. That's what we're gonna do today. So let's go inside and check it out, but make sure you watch where you're walking. George Riles IV. He is the co-owner along with his dad here at Archery Learning Center in Snellville. Okay, so say you are brand new to archery, much like myself, and have no clue what you're doing and probably would never come to do something like this unless someone dragged you because you're very afraid of it. What do you do with someone like that? How do you get them into it and going? What's the process?
Well, the way it works, if you just show up and say, I've never shot a bow before, I would like to try it. And you'll start off with a very basic bow. We'll get you the basic instructions, like you hold it here, you do this, and then I'll walk you through the initial, pull back and let go, so you have the basics of how it works, and kind of work with you to the point to where you can group arrows at a close range. So essentially that first try it out ends up taking you from never touched a bow before to I'm safe enough to shoot archery in the backyard or shoot archery in the range and feel like I know what I'm doing, right? And then at that point, people progress farther than that to become a little more intermediate. They start shooting for score, that sort of thing. But when you leave after your first one, you'll be proficient. I figure we can get you in the bullseye maybe before you go.
You just met me, so.
I love a challenge. Nobody's beaten me yet.
It's gonna be a pretty big challenge to get me hitting the bullseye there.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. See, everybody heard that. We're gonna get it.
Yeah, well, we'll see who they believe.
Are you ready to try it?
If I say no, what happens?
You're doing it anyway.
Okay. So yes.
All right. So then I'm going to raise you up, then you'll draw. Okay? So you just take your nose and point it right at the bullseye, and then you'll raise that up like so, and then draw straight back like so, and get in there a little closer to your face so you can sort of see down the arrow.
That's awful. Okay.
And then release.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Not bad, right?
Jennifer Lawrence, watch out. Woo. So I definitely think I found a new activity, and I'm feeling pretty confident. I've made one bullseye out of probably about 15 arrows. So good ratio, I think. And I'm definitely gonna bring some friends if they're brave enough, but if I have any takers, let me know. But if you want to add a unique activity to your list, definitely come check this out. I'm Kelly Audette for Access Atlanta.
Do good in Georgia this holiday season. The red kettles are out and the Salvation Army needs you. Ring the bell for thousands of families, seniors, and homeless now through Christmas Eve. Sign up to be a bell ringer today. Urban Nutcracker is a holiday tradition infused with the flavor of the Balethnic Dance Company. Get $10 off select tickets with your family-to-family discount. Or take a dazzling adventure through land and sea at the Chinese Lantern Festival. Get 20% off select tickets with promo code FAM2FAM. Celebrate a soulful Christmas, December 3rd through the 8th at the Porter Sanford Performing Arts Center. Print a $5 off coupon at WSB-TV.com/community. 1 in 8 Americans struggle with hunger, and 40% of food produced in the U.S. is thrown away. Help can hunger this holiday from November 17th through December 24th. Your donations at Kroger checkout counters will support local food pantries. For the seasonal specifics on all of these events and fundraisers, visit WSB-TV.com/community.
Hey y'all, my name is Ben Brash. I'm here at New Realm Brewing with Access Atlanta, and I have the pretty unfortunate job of drinking some beer and eating some food today, but I think I'll make it. Come along.
New Realm Brewing is not like many other local breweries in Atlanta.
the craft beer destination for former Stone Brewing brewmaster and IPA expert Mitch Steele and his veteran beer business partners Corey Falcone and Bob Powers is situated in Ponce Highlands, steps from the Atlanta Beltline, with dramatic panoramic views of the Atlanta skyline and equally stunning multi-level vistas inside. Hey, here I am with Bob Powers at New Realm Brewing. Can you kind of give me a sense of what makes New Realm unique?
One of the things that makes New Realm unique is this building. We wanted to be on the Beltline in Atlanta. We wanted to be near Ponce City, and we never thought we'd find this building. But I think, as you'll see, there's 20,000 square foot of space in this building. Has a lot of different areas. There's like 7 different places you can go in the building that offers a different environment in every single place. So I'd say the second thing that we do that's different is, as good as Mitch is on craft beers, Chef Julio Delgado is as good with the food. So if you talk to Chef, he'll tell you people come here for the food. Mitch will tell you they come here for the beer.
Here we are at the bar, and you've been so kind so as to make us what looks like a bunch of delicious food. Can you kind of give me the rundown of what we have here?
Absolutely. We're very fortunate to have a menu for all tastes and likes. We have over 34 items on our menu. We have from everything from pizzas, burgers, beer can, chicken, mac and cheese, tacos. We have a little bit of everything. Our main goal is we want to be a brewery-inspired kitchen. We want to make food that go well with beer. Absolutely. One of my favorite beers is California Pilsner. This beer is a classic combination of the traditional German Pilsner. This beer, it's poured beautifully golden color with a really nice white spuma on it. It's very light. It has these nice fruity aromas into it. So it's a great combination to any item on the dish that we have.
Okay, great. Sounds like we'll be drinking that. And I guess we should talk to the guy who made that beer, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Gotta talk to the master.
Deal. So, Mitch, can you tell me where we are right now?
So we are right in the middle of our brewery. We're surrounded by the pilot system here. This is a 5-barrel small batch system that we use to brew creative beers and experimental beers.
What are you seeing as the most popular so far?
Well, it's hard to tell because we haven't had a full slate of everything on at the same time.
I see.
The IPA, Hoplandia IPA is doing very well.
Well, you're known for your IPAs, right?
Well, I have 10 years of brewing a lot of IPAs under my belt. So.
Okay, maybe. All right. So yeah, you're just starting out. You'll do it right, kid. All right.
Yeah, you think so?
I think it's time that I actually test out the beers myself.
Yeah, do the taste test. It's the most important part.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, y'all, I might have had a couple more beers than I needed to on this assignment, but that's what a journalist does. A journalist is thorough. Reporting for Access Atlanta, this has been Ben Brash.
Welcome to the Georgia Aquarium. It has everything from the largest fish in the world, a whale shark, to some of the tiniest marine life. But there are some newbies on the block. Say hello to the puffins. I met up with animal trainer Melissa Painter, who told me all about this incredible group of seabirds.
What's in these buckets, what we're about to feed the puffins?
So we have a few different types of fish, but we also have this. It's called krill. It's a type of crustacean. And fun fact, this is actually the same type of food that the whale sharks eat.
But they eat a whole lot more.
They eat a whole lot more than this. They actually eat binfuls. So their throats are only about the size of a quarter. So you can't feed like these large fish to the whale sharks. As big as they are, they can only eat about that size food.
Oh, wow. Okay, so tell me about the puffins.
Okay, so behind us we have 2 different types of puffins, horned puffins and tufted puffins. But we also have 2 pretty cool birds called pigeon guillemots and common murres. So they all belong to this family of birds called alcids, and they have a great adaptation to where they can actually navigate underwater really well. So if you look at their wings, you can't tell as well right now, but they're a little bit shorter and a little bit more dense, so they can actually use them for propulsion underwater. And if you want, you can actually reach out and feed a few of them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so just reach into your bucket,
okay.
And if you want to, you can hold it out like that with head first, and then you can reach out and let him take it from you.
Hey, bud.
So you might become everyone's best friend right now, so I'll kind of help you out and feed a few as well. But you can see we have different types of fish we're feeding them. We do a nutritional analysis on all the food that comes into the aquarium, just so that we can meet all the different benchmarks that they need nutritionally.
So how often do you feed the puffins?
We can feed them anywhere from 5 to 10 times a day. So we try to keep it really variable for them because that's what they would be experiencing in the ocean also.
Okay.
So we do have an underwater feeding system called our Flying Fisher that actually moves food into the habitat underwater through a piping system.
Oh, that is
So we
neat.
have an underwater viewing window so that our guests can see that great adaptation of them being able to swim underwater, because that's what they're known for.
Where did these puffins come from?
So most of these puffins actually came from the Alaska Sea Life Center. We
Okay.
developed a partnership with them last year, and we sent some staff out there to start learning about these species of birds, as well as these individuals. And then they came to us last year, and our habitat opened on January 19th. Here in our Cold Water Quest Gallery.
And it's cold in here.
It's really cold. It's actually the coldest habitat in the aquarium, both air temperature and water temperature. So the air temperature right now where we are is about 54 degrees, and the water temperature is 49 degrees. In addition to doing these hand feeds, we also want them to do that natural behavior of diving underwater for their food.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is take a handful of food and you're going to toss it out to the habitat. And then you'll see immediately they all start diving underwater.
How many pounds of food do you think they eat a day?
They eat about 4 kilograms of different types of food each day.
I left one more for you.
Oh, thank you. Templeton right here. And he got it.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for having
absolutely.
us.
You're watching Access Atlanta on the WSB Now app, your source for local things to do.
I'm Channel 2's Zach Klein. A holiday tradition is now visible high above Lenox Square. And if you missed any of the 72nd annual Macy's Great Tree Lighting, here's a look back at that magical night.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Performing the most wonderful time of the year, Leah Michelle.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you'll be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And you can check out that tree now through January 7th. Happy holidays, everybody.
Sally Mann was born in Lexington, Virginia, and actually the hospital she was born in used to be Stonewall Jackson's house. So right from the very start, she had a very profound connection to the South. And she loved this land. She loved the landscape, the beauty of it. But as she grew older and learned more about the history of the South, she struggled to reconcile her love for this place with her understanding that it was the site of so much violence and trauma, Civil War, slavery, segregation, coming up to the present day. In the photograph of Scarred Tree, for example, we see this incredible tree thrust up against the picture frame, but we also notice a scar going right across it. And that scar is a metaphor for the history of the South. And so in these photographs, she's trying to bring to our consciousness an understanding that even if we walk by someplace that may look simple or normal or calm, that it too is the site of a lot of historical trauma. But many of her photographs also touch on larger themes of human existence, what it means to raise children, what it means to grow old and to get sick, and also how we reflect as a community on our shared American history. These photographs are very carefully crafted to tell us a story. I hope that they can also find a personal connection with their own history, whether or not they're from the South, their own experiences growing up or having children or dealing with an illness, and also that they understand that this exhibition is really about our shared American history, our past, where we've been, where we are now, and perhaps where we're going in the future.
When the lights illuminate this grand stage in historic Lawrenceville, it's hard to believe Aurora Theater's humble beginnings.
There is no good way to put on a production in a hardware store.
Anthony Rodriguez co-founded the theater company in 1996 at an old storefront in Duluth.
We had scenery that could be no taller than 8 feet. The heat was exorbitant. Our air conditioning bill was outrageous.
Cramped conditions at the old shop brought unique challenges and some unexpected benefits.
And the great thing is you form friendships. People know who they sit beside when they come to the theater.
It wasn't just what was on stage that kept audiences coming back.
Welcome back. Thanks for coming.
It's the handshakes, the eye contact, the personal connections that make it special.
Whenever we could meet people, we did.
The popularity led Ann and Anthony to trade low ceilings and bad AC for the exposed brick and ornate lighting, renovating this old church into a 250-seat theater in the quiet town of Lawrenceville.
There were no restaurants here when we came, but a corner diner. We're now the second largest professional theater in the state, and we're growing by leaps and bounds every day.
And the theater's success helped set the stage for the city's growth.
Almost $400 million of new construction at one time is happening in the city of Lawrenceville. We didn't do all of that. We helped to inspire some of it.
Now the theater is set to grow again with a $31.2 million expansion.
They're going to be able to engage with art and be able to engage with each other simply in a way that we haven't been able to offer before.
Creating a cultural gathering place for the community, while keeping the personal touches that made the Aurora so successful.
I think you always have to remember where you came from. I think what is so incredibly humbling is to watch everybody say, we're a part of this.
Unlike usual sports fans, golf lovers aren't cheering from the stands nonstop. Golf is a quiet game, but what if I told you you could turn up the excitement just a notch? I'm Nadja Parker with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and I'm ready to show you behind the scenes of one of Atlanta's top attractions, Topgolf. I'm here now with Brian. He's the Director of Sales at Topgolf. Right now, we're in the bar area of Topgolf. Now, run down some of the fun things on the menu. What can people look forward to eating?
We try to do things that are a little bit different, add a little bit of the Topgolf flair to it. One of our most popular signature items is going to be mushi. So it's our take on sushi. So think Mexican sushi. It's going to be rolled up, served like sushi, chicken, drunken beans, and rice. Really creative and sliced and served just like a sushi dish. From the dessert side of things, we have our signature injectable donut holes. Think cinnamon sugar donuts that you self-inject either Bavarian cream, chocolate, or raspberry injectors in it. Really cool.
All right, it is time. This might actually be my favorite part of the night. Let's dig in here. Matter of fact, I don't even think I need my knife and fork. Mm. Okay, I still have some room for dessert, so let's get into these injectable donut holes. Let's see, I'm gonna go with chocolate. Ooh, yes. It's really nice and crispy on the outside, but when you get to the inside, you get to all that good fluffiness and chocolate on the inside. It's so good. We're now here with Elena. She is the Director of Instructions. So please help me out. For somebody who has never touched a golf club, what kind of services do you offer for beginners?
For my beginners, I always like to work from the ground up, so I will work with alignment, setup, posture, grip, the fundamentals to start with, and once we get those down, then we can start working on positions and more technical stuff, but really just getting somebody comfortable with holding a golf club and actually wanting to come back and play golf is one of my biggest goals when I work with beginners. I don't necessarily like to have one structured golf swing that I teach to everybody.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well help me find my individualized golfing swing. I think I'm ready to do this.
You. Let's get this going.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep practicing on my swing because I haven't perfected it just yet. So I'm gonna see you all later. I'm Naja Parker with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Bye for now.